Hi, my name is Rakesh Singh. I welcome you on this jQuery video session. Thank you so much for joining Naresh IT Technologies video session. In this today video session, we are going to discuss about one of the most important topic of jQuery, that is what jQuery map method, which is belong to DOM traversing category. So the map method is belong to which category? Traversing, and it is used for filter the elements, and those elements pass through a function one by one, and that need to get all the elements in the form of a JavaScript array object. So what is the description of the map method? It is used to pass each element in the current matched set through a function. So in the current set of matched elements, each element one by one has to pass through a function, producing a new jQuery object containing the what? Return values. What is the syntax? Nothing but dot map of what is that? Callback. So map is a method which is going to use a callback, and here callback is nothing but a function. So what is a callback? Type is a function type, and it uses two parameters. One is a index, one is a element, exactly similar to each method which we have discussed in the previous video session. That also used to iterate over the what is it? Set of matched elements. But this map method, what difference from the each method is, this map method is used to when we have a set of matched elements, and from the set of matched elements, each element we have to pass through a function, and in that we have to return one by one, and collectively should be written as a jQuery object in the form of array. Then we go for what is it? Map method. And here also takes what is it? Two parameters, one is the index, one is the element. So whichever element one by one passing to this function, that element index number we can get using the first parameter, that is called index, and which element is passing, that is the current element, that we can get by using what? Second parameter, what is it? Element. Even though each one by one current element we can also get in this map method also by using the this keyword, same like how we have done into the each method. But the major difference is what? This map method, right, using the callback as a function, and in this function each element is passing, which is going to collectively return as a new jQuery object. So this map method have a return type, nothing but one return jQuery object. This jQuery object represent as an what? Array of all the elements which are passed to the function. So it is a function object that will be invoked for each element in the what? Current set of matched elements. If you use to process a plain array or object, then is a preferable to use what is that? Map method of the jQuery. So whenever you want to process with a plain array for all the elements, right, nothing but use what? Map method. As the return value is a jQuery object, remember that map method is always has the return value, and the return value is nothing but a jQuery object which contains an what? Array. So what this map method is going to return, it is nothing but jQuery object, and this jQuery object is nothing but containing as an array. So it is very common to call what method? Get method on the result to work with a basic array. So whatever return the result, that is containing as an array, so it's very common to call one method that called what? Get method on the result to work with a basic array operation. In general, if you want to create an array or concatenated string, right, with any delimited separator across all the matched elements in jQuery selector, it is a better to use what method? Map method over each method. So whenever you need to work with the set of matched elements to get one by one, this should be constructed in the form of what is an array, or you can say concatenated string with the some delimited separator. By default it is going to be use a comma separator, but we can provide some other separator. This one you want to return as a jQuery object which contains as an array, then best option to work with what is that? Map method over the each method. Using each method also we can achieve this one, but they require extra lines of code to write. but whenever we get the requirement to work with the set of matched elements in which each element get one by one, this should be written as a jQuery object that contains as an array, then best option to work with what is that? Map method. Now consider the following example. I am having the unordered list of items. You can work with the any set of matched elements, not only with this what I am showing in this video session. I am trying to show one basic example with the what is that? List of items which belong to unordered list. So I have list of company names, right? What my plan is to create an array of list item text value. For these all list item, right, their text values are available here. I want to create an array of list item text value. So we have two options. We could use either map method or what is it? Each method. But I told you it is a preferable for this result, use what is that? Map method. So whenever you wanted to create an array of list item text value or create an array of any paragraph text value, create an array of any other element text value, then it is always preferable to go with what? Map method, because map method is specifically designed for that purpose only, to pass the each element from the current set of matched element to a function and try to collectively get in the form of what is an array, or you can say concatenated string separated by any delimited separator like comma or any pipe symbol. By default it uses what is that? Comma separator. So before going to implement this example using map method, I want to show in this video session the same example using each method also. And the same example I will do with what is that? Map method. So clearly you can understand why map method is a preferable for this kind of output to achieve that. So using each method, first observe that $document.ready, because my requirement is what? As soon as document gets ready, that time only this operation to be performed. So as soon as ready event is registered, then you are going to create one JavaScript variable object that is represent as an array where result equals to, right, square bracket open, square bracket close, and below that what I am having dollar of what is it? Li, means it is going to select all the li elements, dot what is it? Each method is used to iterate over the set of matched elements, and that required one callback function to be invoked for each iterating element, and having the two parameter, one is what? Index, and one is what is it? Element. So index is nothing but represent the index number of the current element which are going to come to each method to iterate, and the current element. And what I am trying to do that this element text value I am trying to push into the what is it? Result array, and after that this result array is going to display in what? Alert box. So this is the way how we do using each method. Same thing you can implement using what? Map method, which is specially designed for that purpose only. So in a map, using map method, how will you do that? Again same thing, what required? $document dot what is it? Ready, and you can observe that I want to get all the element of my list of items and to be produced in the form of array concatenated as a string with a comma separator at display what is the alert. So simply what I am trying to do that alert, right, dollar of li dot what is that? Map function of, here also two parameter required to use, index and what is the element, and both parameter is what? Optional. Please try to remember that. And in this one we need to get each element which is going to return. So return of dollar what is it? Element, this element whatever coming. So in map method, from this set of matched element, one by one element is going to pass, which I am going to catch by using the second parameter, and that second parameter I am going to select, getting the what? Their text value. This whatever return it is going to collectively get by using what? Get method. This get method is going to concatenate those all return element text value with a comma separator, and that is going to display in what? Alert box. Right. So here doesn't require to call push method to push into one result variable and then try to what is that? Display into alert box. So this example, let us implement that. One is use method also, one is what? Map method also. This video session is specifically for the map method, but before going to implement using map method, I am trying to show you using each method so they can specifically understand that yes, map method is a more preferable method compared to each method for this particular purpose, where we need list of item text value to be represented in the form of what? Array, and then display into the alert box. So what I'm trying to do, I'm coming to my development environment by using Visual Studio, where I'm having the list of items in the unordered list form. It is a list of company, Microsoft, Google, Oracle, IBM, Infosys. These all I want to fetch and represent in the form of array and display into alert box. So generally what you write here, you observe there is a jQuery library reference is available. There is another script available. In that ready event is registered, and in this what my requirement is, where result equals to, I'm creating what, JavaScript array. Right now what required, dollar of what is it, li, selecting all the list of items, dot each method of what is it, function, and it is having two parameters, index comma what is it, element. You may not use this two parameter if you don't want to work with the second parameter, element, and if you don't want to work with the index number of each element in the iteration, then you can remove these two parameters, and in the function you can represent each current element in the iteration by using this keyword. Now the function body open and function body is going to be close. Right, in this what required, result dot what is it, push method. Using the push method we are going to push each element text value into result to be stored in the form of what is it, array. Right, so what required, dollar of element dot their text value, nothing but using text method. So one by one in this iteration, this element text for each current element text value getting and going to push into what is it, JavaScript variable, which is the one array variable, result variable, and after that this result must be displayed in what is it, alert. So you will be writing what, alert box, alert function, and that is what result is going to display. Right, so this is what I am showing here also, result dot push dollar of element dot text, and after that all in the iteration one by one element text value is pushed into the result array variable, this must be displayed what is it, in alert. So now save it, run this page in a browser. So come to the browser window, already I have my HTML page loaded into browser window which required to be refreshed. So once it is going to refresh, you can observe that as soon as document gets ready with this all HTML DOM, then text value is going to fetch, right, and trying to display Microsoft, comma Google, comma Oracle, comma IBM, comma what is it, Infosys, that we are trying to get it. And by default push method is going to push one by one element text value and separated by what is it, comma separator, nothing but this is representing as an what, array. Click on OK. Now the same example code, right, we can do by using what is it, map method, that is a more appropriate for this result to get that. So how you can observe, using map method, as soon as document gets ready, I don't want to store into some any variable object, because I know that map method always returns what, array of the all items, means items in the form of array. Each item, whichever item is passing into the what, this map function is going to return as an array, that array all elements value displayed into what is alert. So simply I am going to develop environment, and here this code I just need to remove that, right, and I am writing what is it, alert of, in this what is it, dollar of li, list of items, right, all li, dot method what is it, map of what is it, function body is open and what is it, close. In this function parameter you can pass index comma what is it, element. Anyhow, I am not going to work with index number right now, but I am going to work on the element. Even though this element also you can remove, and what current element is passing to the map function, that we can get by using what, this keyword. Right, so index comma element, this is the function body and what is it, open. Now here what required, that nothing but in this whatever element is passed, that must be written. So writing what is it, return dollar of what is it, element, right, dot their text value by using text method, and whatever this returns one by one, that must be get in the form of what is it, array of the JavaScript. So here what required, dot what is it, get method, After the alert function is going to be closed. So you can observe here map function index comma element return $element dot text, and after that whatever this returns, that all collectively I have to get in the form of array. Then we use what method? Get method, and after that semicolon. Now save it. Try to come to the browser window, refresh the HTML page. You can see the same output is getting as an array with the list of all items, and by default it is separated with what is it? Comma separator. Microsoft, comma Google, comma Oracle, comma IBM, comma Infosys. So this code is a more appropriate than what is it? Previous code what we have written using the each method, because this method is specifically designed for passing the each element from the current set of matched element to a function, and in that each element can be written right by using the second parameter what is the element, and there if you want to return their text value, use what method? Text method. Even though this element second parameter is not available, we can also refer by using what is it here? Dollar of what is it? This keyword, and that I wanted to returns as a new jQuery object which containing as an array. Then we have to use our method what is it? Get method. But whatever this is going to return, I am simply displaying in what? This alert box using alert function. If you want to store in some variable, so remove this alert right and try to use what? Any variable name. So suppose here what do you do that? You remove these alerts, right? You may want var result equals to, right, and here this bracket, remove that. So var result equals to $li dot map of function index comma element, in this return $element dot text. These all one by one whatever returning collectively I have to get in the form of as an JavaScript array by using what method? Get method, and stored into one variable object what is it? Result. And later in this program wherever you want to use this all return the result, that you can use it. So simply I want to display into alert box. So alert of what is it? Result. I am going to use. Save it. Comes to the browser window and try to refresh your HTML page. Now you can see the same output is going to come that. So in this example what I have done, whatever return directly not displaying in alert box, whatever return right as an array, that I am storing into what? One variable, the name is called result. Thereafter if I want to display in alert box, so I am trying to display using what? Alert function, right. Now let's consider one more example to make more clearer use of the what is that? Map method. To create a pipe delimited string of all list item text values. So what we have seen in the previous example, that by default it is going to separated by using a delimited character, nothing but what is that? Comma separator. Now we want all the list of item text value in array to be separated with what is that? Pipe symbol separator. So we could use either what is that? Map method, or again we can use what is that? Each method. But here also preferable to work with what is that? Map method. But the task which I am going to using map method, is it possible using each method or not? Yes, it is possible, but complexity is going to increase, because that is not specifically designed for get in the form of array, because each method do not returns as a jQuery object, please remember. But map method is always returns as a jQuery object which contains as an array, nothing but in the concatenated string by default with the comma separator, but we can change with the other separator also. How? We'll see that. So first let's move with the what is it? Each method, and how the output should come. Microsoft delimited separator pipe symbol, Google pipe symbol, Oracle pipe symbol, IBM pipe symbol, Infosys. After Infosys there is no other list of item text value, so do not come what is it? Pipe symbol. This is the last one. So using each method, how will you do that? We will see that. So for this purpose, as soon as document gets ready, one variable I am taking var result equals to what? Empty. $li dot what is that? Each. It is not a array variable, it is a normal variable. Each method function index comma element. So this each method is going to iterate number of times, depends on how many list of items are present into this current set of matched elements, and in this iteration in the result variable I am trying to concatenate each element text with the what separator? Delimited separator, nothing but pipe symbol separator. But in the iteration one by one is going to concatenate. Once it is go to last element text value is going to store into result, right, as well as along with the last element text is going to concatenate what is it, extra delimited separator. So I want the extra delimited separator after the last element text value should not be displayed. Then I am using another logic. What is it? I am trying to use substring method on the result variable to extract, start from the first position, nothing but 0 index position till the last character minus 1. So last character, how to get length minus what is it, 1, and how much remaining, that must be extracted and stored into again what, same variable. This variable data is going to display into what is it, alert. So if you are going to work with with this example to get this result, you are using the each method. So you are writing this many lines of code and this logic you are writing. But this code and this logic can be done in a very easy way by using what, map method, because map method is specifically designed for iterating over the list of items in which each item passing through a function and that returns as a jQuery object containing as an array nothing but concatenated string with a comma separator by default, or we can provide another method to provide what is it, difference separator. So let's see how to implement practically this one. So coming to development environment, here I just remove that. So what my requirement is, where result equals to empty, right, and here what will write, dollar of what is the li dot each method of function which takes two parameter index comma element, is not mandatory, it is an optional, and function body open and close, right. In this iteration into previous result plus equals to, we are going to store for current element text value by using the text method, and after this text value is stored into the result, then must be separated with the what is it, delimited separator called what is it, pipe symbol, right. So first element come, which is the element Microsoft. So this iteration start, right. So result by default what is containing, empty, result plus equals to means what, result equals to result plus. So what is the previous result, empty, empty plus what, current element text, what is the Microsoft, Microsoft plus what is the delimited separator pipe symbol, right. Now the second element, who is the second element, Google. So Microsoft separator Google, Google is going to Google plus one separator. Now third element, who is that, Oracle. So Microsoft pipe symbol, Google pipe symbol, nothing but what is that, Oracle, and after Oracle one pipe symbol. Now fourth element, what is it, IBM pipe symbol. Now fifth element, who is that, Infosys, Infosys using this text method plus pipe symbol. Now this iteration is going to be finished over because there is no sixth element. Once iteration getting over, so in the final result what is the value available, Microsoft separator pipe symbol, then second one pipe symbol, third one pipe symbol, fourth one pipe symbol, fifth one pipe symbol, extra is going to come, which I don't want to display the extra pipe symbol after the last element text value. So that we are going to extract right from the result, start from the first position to last minus 1, last minus 1 means what, except of the what is it, extra pipe symbol, how much characters are there, extract, again reassign to result variable, that display what is alert. So right now what I am going to do, alert of result, to show you extra pipe symbol is coming or not. Save it, comes to the browser window and try to refresh. You can observe very carefully, right, all the list item text value has been concatenated in the string form as an array and separated by what is that, delimited separator pipe symbol. So observe, Microsoft, right, Google pipe symbol, Oracle, right, IBM, right, Infosys, and after the Infosys also one extra pipe symbol separator is there. So what I need to do, that I need to use a substring function used to extract from this Microsoft 0 position to last minus 1, nothing but except this pipe symbol, this. So from this character to this character extract, again reassign to what, result variable, and then display to what, alert box. So for this purpose what you do that, you before alert result you write one more line of statement, result equals to result right dot a function of JavaScript, what is a substring to extract number of character specified from the beginning position to last position. So 0 right last position, how to reach result dot length always start from what is it, length means counting number of characters start from 1. I want from first character in the array, right, index position what is it, 0. So from 0 position to last character minus 1, so length minus 1. Now save it and comes to the browser window and try to refresh the HTML page. Now you can observe that your problem is solved. Microsoft separated by delimited separator pipe symbol, Google pipe symbol, Oracle pipe symbol, IBM pipe symbol, Infosys, and after that not showing what is extra pipe symbol. So this result we are getting in each method using this logic of code, which can be achieved in more easily by using our map method of jQuery, because map method is specifically designed for what purpose? Pass each element from the current set of matched element to function, and in that return each element and try to get collectively in the form of what is it, array, that is a concatenated string, and by default separator is what, comma separator. But in our example what required separator to use delimited separator, the pipe symbol. Then how to use that? Then what we do that, where result equals to empty, right? First of all let me remove this all code. I am writing again from beginning, where result equals to empty, and I am writing result equals to dollar of li. Why I am writing result equals to? Because I am going to apply map method onto set of matched element li, in which each element passed through a function and getting in the form of an concatenated string as an array that written as a jQuery object stored into what variable? Result variable. So dot what is it? Map of function, right, function of 2 parameter index element here also, which is not mandatory, please remember that, and after the function body open and close. In this what you do that, here write return dollar of what is it, element, each element whatever passed to second parameter, or don't use element, you can use what, dollar of what is it, this also possible, but I am using here second parameter element and getting there what is it, text value. This is going to give me as what, one by one all element which I have to get collectively in the form of array. Then for that purpose here dot, there is a method called what is it, get. But this get method, right, is going to get all the elements one by one and concatenated by default with the what, comma separator. I want what separator? Pipe symbol separator. So dot, there is a method called what, join of passing the what, separator, string separator. So what separator? By default uses what, comma separator, even though you are not using the join method then also, but I want to use what separator? Pipe symbol separator. So I am passing what, pipe symbol separator, and after that going to be what, close, then a semicolon, right? So observe the dollar of li dot what is it, map, right, map function index element, this function body is open and the function body is closed. On that get all the elements whatever written their text value, try to join with the what separator, pipe symbol separator. So this is not going to put a pipe symbol separator one extra, only is going to provide separator between the elements, not after the elements in the last. So there is no use of here using what, one more line of statement to extract the character from 0 position to last minus 1, because not required. This is not going to add extra pipe symbol separator, it is just going to add in between the number of element text values. Then finally this result I want to display into what, alert box in my example. So alert of what is it, result, right, alert of what is it, result. So see the code once again, where result equals to what, empty, right, result equals to a dollar of li dot what is it, map map of function. Now in this function, each element from this current set of matched element is going to pass, which is going to return by using what of element dot what is it? I want to return the what their text values using what method? Text must have return a statement. This is going to get one by one using what? Get method collectively, which returns as an what? jQuery object in the form of array. But in that array, all the element text value to be concatenated with the what separator? Pipe symbol separator. If you are not using this code join of these pipe symbols, by default what? Provide comma separator. So now going to save it. Comes to the browser window and try to refresh. As soon as page is loaded in the browser window, you can observe that Microsoft, pipe symbol Google, pipe symbol Oracle, pipe symbol IBM, pipe symbol what is it? Infosys. But extra pipe symbol is coming? Not coming. But in the case of each method, we have put our own logic, extra pipe symbol is coming. Before going to display into alert box, we are writing one more line of statement to extract the number of characters start from 0 position to last -1, means except what? Extra pipe symbol, and then displaying into what is the alert box. That logic doesn't required here, because here we have predefined a operation to work with the what? List of item text value written as an array, nothing but jQuery object in the form of array, and in that array the all list of item text value concatenated with the comma separator or any other separator. For any other separator, we use what method? Join method of separator here. So this is the way how to work with what is it? jQuery map method. I hope you have been understood, right? Thank you so much for watching the Naresh IT Technologies jQuery video session. Keep watching.